round one of the 1999 Formula Palmer Audi Sport Championship. The single-seater category invented by Dr. Jonathan Palmer, ex-Grand Prix driver, and taking to the tracks for the first time in 1998 to try and give an even playing field to the young drivers. On pole position for the first race, we just saw Richard Lyons, alongside him Richard Tarling. Both these men raced in the series last year, back for more of the same. Car 24, third quickest man in practice, Irish driver Damien Faulkner, also a regular front runner in the 1998 version of this series. Alongside him, car number 18, Derek Hayes. Hayes starts fourth here, didn't do the regular series, but won 4 of the 5 Winter Championship races, so he very much a man to be watched. And we will be watching him courtesy of our onboard camera. Fifth fastest in practice, Justin Keane, another British driver, and another hopeful for British Formula One successes in the future, perhaps. And in sixth position, Adam Wilcox, a man who has plenty of single-seater action experience in Great Britain and across Europe. Well, early problems for Danny Watts, the number 11 car, not able to make the start with a mechanical problem, but the Palmer organisation putting him into a T car. He will start from the pit lane. Meanwhile, this is the view from Justin Keane. He will start in 5th place on the grid. Thruxton, very high-speed circuit, very demanding of the drivers, and certainly the front end of the field, pretty much all of them have been here before, know what to expect. Making use of his experience, Justin Keane gets a good launch to try and look up the middle ahead of him. But in fact, Adam Wilcox goes around the outside into 5th, Keane down to 6th. As the two Richards, Lyons and Tarling, head the field. A bit of panic braking from Damien Faulkner, the white car on the inside. He holds on to his 3rd place. Derek Hayes down in 5th now. Multicoloured rainbow machine of Bjorn Wertheim looking up the inside. He picks up a position there. It looked as though Derek Hayes getting very sideways in front of him. This is Robbie Kerr heading out into the country for the first time. Side-by-side battle going on just ahead of him, but look at the way he's having to fight the car. Tyres not fully warm and up to temperature yet, so grip really at a premium. Well, the drivers know that the first lap in particular is a good time to make up places if you can, and this may be when some of them will be using some of their turbo boost. Button on the steering wheel gives them an extra dollop of power over the standard 250 horsepower, which can be used for overtaking bursts of 5 seconds or less. Richard Lyons leads Richard Tarling through the chicane. The end of lap 1, Justin Keane in 6th position. Cement dust being used to mop up oil from the stricken car we saw being pushed off the grid of Danny Watts, creating visibility problems for the drivers. Bjorn Wertheim on the move. Richard Lyons starting to stretch his early advantage, staying out of turbo boost button range or any other kind of range of Richard Tarling for the moment at least. Riding with Justin Keane, Derek Hayes ahead of him in 5th place, ahead of him Adam Wilcox. And there is Danny Watts out in the T car. Starting from the pit lane. 15, Romain Dumas with the rainbow colour car, Bjorn Wertheim right behind him. That's 7th and 8th, and Wertheim making the move. Wertheim, a second-year man from Sweden. The way the top half dozen are fairly evenly paced, and then you get that great battle. Wertheim has now put in the move on Romain Dumas, and Dumas, the Frenchman, down into 8th place. They are closing in on 5th and 6th. Derek Hayes and Justin Keane slithery through the chicane there. The cars picking up the cement dust and traces of oil as they exit the chicane. Hopefully not on their way in, though, still on the tyres. Richard Lyons continuing to stamp his mark on this opening round of the 99 Formula Palmer Audi Series. Riding with Robbie Kerr. Kerr gets to make a move on the pair ahead of him. Here's a chance, though, as they squabble through the sequence. Campbell, Cobb, and now the right-hander at Seagrave, accelerating hard, but not too hard. Don't want to lose the tail. That's a very favourite place to spin. Down the hill they go, and off into the country. Well, the front runners in this first race of the series know the circuit, know the cars. The cars unchanged from the 98 spec, built by Van Diemen in Norfolk. Perhaps the world's leading manufacturer of junior category cars. Orange car of Andy Booth under pressure now from our cameraman Robbie Kerr. makes his move, has to go around the outside though into the braking area. There's oil down there, so you have to be careful which line you choose. Slots in behind Edward Redfern's green and red machine. So a good use, I think, there of the boost button to accelerate past rather than to have to duke it out under braking from behind. Justin Keane starting to lose touch, isn't he, with the two silver cars ahead of him. Oh dear. I wonder if Justin Keane made a mistake or is having a little problem here. That's Bjorn Wertheim, who just flew by him. There is Keane, white nose on the blue machine. Wertheim, those distinctive rainbow colours he ran last year. Keane gets back ahead, so whatever the problem was, maybe he just made sure that there was room for Wertheim to pass rather than end both of their races in an accident. Back ahead now, and in sixth position, but for how long? Because side by side as they come up to Church is Wertheim. Wertheim has the inside line. Keane really has to back off there. I think Wertheim using the boost button. Let's see now what Keane does. Sitting in the tow up Woodham Hill. Wertheim stays there. So Wertheim in sixth position now. Keane down to seventh. Romain Dumas behind them in eighth place. Derek Hayes, fifth place, chasing these two guys. Damien Faulkner, the white car, again locking up a wheel under braking. Justin Wilson a little neater behind him, and as a result probably stopping a little better. Robbie Kerr over the back of Edward Redfern under braking. Oh dear. Well, Redfern keeps his rear wing. Robbie Kerr has still got all the wheels on his wagon. I don't know what his nose wing looks like though. I can't imagine that it didn't get damaged. Faulkner third. Wilcox in fourth place. There's Derek Hayes and Bjorn Wertheim starting to come up to the back of them. Finger on the accelerator button there, on the boost button for Derek Hayes. Doesn't seem to have helped him much though. Got close to Adam Wilcox, but it wasn't close enough to put a move in. So that's one gob of boost gone. He'll have to keep his powder dry for a better opportunity. Richard Lyons, still from Richard Tarling, first and second. Damien Faulkner third for Ireland. Fourth Wilcox, fifth Hayes, and sixth Wertheim. So the two Richards now still the same distance apart, but really pulling away from the rest of the field. Martin Smith leading this little group. Mark McLaughlin, the 33 car, in second place. Oh, and Smith pulling off into the pits. That gives everybody else in that group a chance, and here is the silver car, Jeff Schaefer, going around the outside of McLaughlin, now on the inside line. Two silver cars battling. Adam Wilcox on the inside to the left of the picture. Derek Hayes forced to go around the outside. Undoubtedly using the turbo boost up the hill there. Doesn't get it done under braking. Straight lines the chicane. He goes ahead, but I'm sure he'll incur a penalty for that. Bjorn Wertheim now right behind these pair. You only get a limited number of hits of boost. Derek Hayes using that one to more effect than the last one we saw him apply. But still, Adam Wilcox right behind him, and Wilcox making a move. Justin Keane behind that group. And now behind Romain Dumas. So the Frenchman goes past him as well. Dumas heading off down the hill ahead of Keane. There is Andy Booth. 10th for him, 12th place with the yellow helmet in the red car, Edward Redfern. Tim Mullen just behind him. Replay here of the outbraking manoeuvre of Derek Hayes. Just not enough room for him to stay ahead of Adam Wilcox. Can't make it safely across, goes over the chicane. Wilcox sees him coming. Make sure they avoid the collision. They took the place back anyway, so now Hayes under pressure from Bjorn Wertheim. Wertheim, the 99 machine, always easy to spot him. Distinctive colours too for Charles Hall, car number 30 here. Another graduate like Adam Wilcox of the Formula Opel European Union Series of last year. Well, first and second seem to be a lot closer. Richard Tarling, the number 1 machine, closing in under braking from Richard Lyons. But again, as they accelerate away, Lyons on the power first. And the gap opens up once more. Lyons getting nice and sideways there through Allard, being spectacular. So is Edward Redfern under braking. Holding off Topi Sergula. Finn, a winner last year, qualified too well here, getting 10th on the grid. Not having a great race either. Andy Booth under pressure for his 10th position from 79, Robbie Kerr. And great view of the back of Booth's car as they head off into the country and really start to pick up the pace. Jeff Schaefer under pressure from Mark McLaughlin and Charles Hall, the American ahead of the two British drivers. And still the leader continues to roll out the laps. Richard Lyons ahead of Richard Tarling. Robbie Kerr chasing Andy Booth for all he's worth. Have a look at his hands on the steering when you get a chance inboard. See if you can spot him moving a thumb across onto the boost button. Gosh, look, they're really taking a pounding, the drivers, around these ultra-fast curves at Thruxton. It's not the smoothest of circuits. Well, he did it all without use of boost there. He got a great run through Church and just drove by Andy Booth on the run-up Woodham Hill. Under braking, he wasn't under pressure. Good move. Big slide there as he came out of the club chicane. Excellent view from on board. McLaughlin, Charles Hall right behind him. Team Brass Machine holds on. Charles Hall really all over the back of the car there. Here we go again, Bjorn Wertheim. Looking at the back of Adam Wilcox. Wilcox is fourth, don't forget. Wertheim in fifth place at the moment, but clearly not content with that. Here is the battle behind them. There is our cameraman. 79 is Robbie Kerr. Let's go with him again. Now, same place as we picked up the action last lap. Again, he gets fantastic exit from Church, and that is just so impressive. 2 laps in a row. He has had a great run round the back of the circuit. Whatever he's done on the setup of his car has worked superbly. Another big slide there as the engine reaches peak power. Robbie Kerr really flying now in the closing stages of the race, and my goodness, what a huge handful of opposite log. Jonathan Palmer would have been well impressed watching that, I'm sure. Finally, Charles Hall does outbrake Mark McLaughlin. Edward Redfern still under pressure as well there in the 5 car. But no pressure at all for the leader, except for perhaps from within. Pressure though for this man, Derek Hayes, 4th place, and the man ahead of him perhaps as well, Damien Faulkner, the Irishman, who's in 3rd. And he is turning into Church. Leaders Woodham Hill and into the club chicane. Looking very neat, tidy and serene from Richard Lyons. Richard Tarling just as neat and tidy behind, but unable to close. To the final lap they go. And still some resolving of positions to be done behind, if Derek Hayes has anything to say about it. Derek Hayes has any boost left, or indeed whether Damien Faulkner does, because Faulkner's been 3rd pretty much all the race, hasn't needed to defend too much, so he may have something in hand if Hayes gets close enough to make a move, and Hayes does get close enough to make a move, or at least have a very good look. Now on this last lap out of the complex, it's all or nothing really. This could be a podium position for either man. Both of them sliding. Adam Wilcox, Bjorn Wertheim. Then the 15 car just outside the top 6 is Romain Dumas. Leader now into Goodwood, Village and Church, the 3 right-handers make up the fastest part of this circuit. 4th place man, a ride with him through Village into Church. Tiny little lift, staying with it as long as he dare on the throttle. The rest of the field following suit. But here comes the leader, Richard Lyons. And unless something drastic goes wrong now, he will take the checkered flag as the winner of the opening round of the 1999 Formula Palmer Audi Series. So the Richards 1st and 2nd, Lyons from Tarling. Successful race for them. Here into the chicane for the final time. 13th place, Edward Redfern holding off Toki Circular. The Dutch driver, Jeroen Bleekemolen, James Pickford and Derek Hill from the USA. Hill, his first race here in the UK. The son of Ferrari world champion Phil Hill. So victory for Richard Lyons then. There's the top 6, Bjorn Wertheim sneaking in there into 6th place. The championship very much reflecting that result, of course. Richard Lyons opens his bidding as the series